Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? My name is Golden Bananas and today I decided to make a video on For Honor, and before I begin I want to greatly apologize for the horrible schedule of uploading, which my last one was um yeah. So recently For Honor has announced a new Marching Fire update, which most of you already know, but today I want to talk about how I feel of For Honor since Season 1 all the way to Season 6. Warning, this is all opinion-wise, so feel free to judge me. So the game was released February 14, 2017, and the reason I heard about it was because my friends kept bragging about how the game just looked awesome and really fun to play. So I decided to download the beta when it came out, and let me just tell you, it was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Well, except when Season 1 came out. When I began playing Season 1 of For Honor, the game was just really hard to enjoy. It was buggy, and most of the time the connection would just always disconnect on every single match. And when the game did decide to work, the characters were too broken. Peacekeeper having insane fast light attack, people spamming shoulder back, Kensei being really predictable, Warlord and Valkyrie conquering every match. It was just a mess. Even though the game was a mess, I still enjoyed it. By Season 1, I started getting the hang of the game and slowly realizing that the game is based on trial and error, and that you have to memorize the movesets of the enemy in order to conquer them through battle. So Season 2 comes out and everyone's hyped about Centurion and Shinobi, the new Samurai and Knights faction heroes, and let me just say one thing. Centurion. Centurion has to be one of the most broken characters during Season 2. Although mine is Rep 7, he had one of the most overpowered stamina punishment during that time, and Shinobi, well, he was okay until his recent buffs, which makes him quite good now. Anyways, I was really happy about Season 2 as it brought brand new maps, new executions, character buffs and nerfs, and overall a brand new playstyle for the characters. And Season 2 introduced that new tournament they hosted a couple of years ago, or last year, and a lot of YouTubers came by and hosted like a huge tournament, which was pretty cool, which was a bonus. And overall, I say it was a great season. So Season 3 was announced, bringing in 2 new characters for the Vikings and Knights factions, and let me just say that I love Season 3. During this time, Ubisoft heard the community about the recent problems with the game, and during this season, Ubisoft decided to improve the character balancing and added brand new tournaments, added beautiful armor pieces for the characters, more executions, changed the music when viewing the characters, and one of the best Dominion maps, in my personal opinion, Sentinel. It was just beautiful, especially since Gladiator and Highlander were perfectly balanced. Well, except for Highlander, he didn't do as much damage and he was very predictable, but that's not the point. So Season 4 comes out, and let me just say one thing. I'm sorry I offended you, Centurion. And Shaman? Shaman. No one likes you. I don't like you. So For Honor introduced the final characters for this season, which was for the Samurai and the Viking faction, which was Shaman and Aramusha, and let me just say, Shaman was the broken out of the two. She hit like a truck. People who played her were very, very toxic for the most part. Her mix-ups were insane, and overall, she had no facial expression. I mean, what is that? Ew. And Aramusha was a poor, lonely bastard who never got any love and wasn't able to get a free heavy after a guard break. Rip Aramusha. Anyways, Season 4 introduced a brand new characters, brand new maps, the Christmas and Halloween event, which had a bunch of cool things, and a lot of armor, which was really exclusive during that time, and those skeletons that hit like a truck during the Halloween Dominion event. New executions, competitive Dominion, which hardly no one ever played, and the new game mode, Tribute, which honestly, I love to play, especially when you have a good team to coordinate with. It's just a blast. Overall, this season brought more toys for the For Honor community, and let's just say it was great. So Season 5 is where For Honor really begins to shine. The game introduced a new mechanic where if you parry, you no longer get a guard break, and instead you get a free light attack. Unless you parry a light, you are guaranteed a heavy. It also added new armor, new weapons, refined gear, brand new execution, and introduced the Apollyon Legacy event, which you were able to fight the main bosses from the campaign. Which was a fun idea until you cranked the difficulty to the max and you were the last one standing and you got gangbanged by all the heroes. But I mean, it was still fun. It also introduced a bunch of new reworks for Conquer, Kensei, and Berserker, and a bunch of small bugs for Nobushi, Orochi, Highlander, and that's all I can think of. But Season 5 made For Honor faster, as in the game was a little bit more fast-paced. when it comes to fighting. It also introduced a brand new tutorial for Honor and for the beginners, if you're new to this game, and later the arenas. And the most important thing about Season 5 has to be dedicated servers. I mean, what a miracle. Honestly, I personally enjoyed Season 5. During that time, my friends slowly started getting back into the game, as they didn't disconnect as much as they used to, and the game has just announced dedicated servers. So now we are into Season 6, which so far, I am a fan of it. Orochi and Peacekeeper recently got a new rework, brand new executions have been added, and the game is free for the PC. Well, the starter edition, and that was a couple of weeks ago, which most of you should have gotten it. And there was a double XP weekend for that whole week, actually, not the weekend. And the event, which was the Rite of Champions, which introduced exclusive armor, weapons, a new way to track your progress with weapons and armor pieces. And so far, I really can't say much about this season, but I'm enjoying it so far. So these are my thoughts on For Honor lately. If you're new to this game, or you're considering to buy it, I would really recommend you to check it out. And that's it for me. I'll be uploading some For Honor content, as that is what I'm enjoying so far. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.